Now, if you're like most people, you probably feel like there is never enough time in a day. So let's fix that with this simple time management tips that will effectively make you achieve more by doing less. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is a place where we talk about creativity, productivity, and personal growth, mostly for people who have a full-time job and want to start a side hustle. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. So why does time management matter? A lot of people talk about time management, they talk about productivity. Well, today I'm going to give you 3 reasons why time management matters. Number one, poor time management usually results in you burning out and giving up on your personal dreams. However, effective time management helps you maximize the 24 hours you have in a day to make room for what truly matters. The second reason why time management matters is because increased productivity reduces stress and overwhelm. Simple as that. And this is something that a lot of people struggle with. A solid time management system helps you feel in control and stay in control of your tasks and the things that you need to get done. Thirdly, increased productivity means you can reach your goals faster, grow your side hustle faster, because with limited hours in a day, managing your time effectively means the difference between you moving closer to your goals or staying stuck. In a nutshell, time management and productivity is not about doing more, but it is about doing what matters most. So let's talk about 3 basic principles of time management. Number one is prioritization. And if you have watched my videos, you're going to realize that I talk about prioritization almost in all my videos because it is that important. The most important thing that you want to learn how to do is prioritize. It is even more important for you to prioritize because you have a full-time job and you are starting a side hustle. You need to prioritize the tasks that are important for your side hustle. You do not want to do everything. For example, you do not want to post on all social media platforms. You want to prioritize. You want to pick one platform to post on. You want to pick one thing to do at a time. You want to use the Eisenhower method to prioritize or use the one thing method, which is basically asking yourself, what is the one thing that if I do right now is going to make every other thing easier or irrelevant? And I talk more about that in this video right here. The second basic principle of time management is time blocking. I started practicing time blocking after I read this book called Deep Work. I do recommend that you read it. This is basically you setting out or blocking out chunks of time, specific amount of time in order to do concentrated work for maximum results. So what you want to do towards your side hustle, if you have a 9 to 5 job, is you want to block out time on your calendar where you're going to focus on your side hustle. So you want to find a specific day or days, depending on your schedule, where you can focus on deep work, specifically for your side hustle. Now, in order to maximize this time, you want to make sure that you are prepared, you are organized for this deep work time. And one way to do that is to write out the tasks that you're going to do during this time. Do not spend that time trying to figure out the things that you want to do, right? That should be done before that time. So spend a couple of minutes a day before or a couple of hours before and write out the tasks that you want to do during your deep work time for your side hustle. The third basic principle of time management is setting boundaries. So you want to set boundaries with others as well as yourself. Depending on your life situations or circumstances, you want to ensure that you are setting boundaries on the things that you say yes to at every given point in time. So make sure that the people around you know and understand your boundaries, right? They know that they do not need to distract you. They should avoid that as much as possible during the time that you have blocked for deep work. As much as the people around you understand that when you are working, when you're doing your full-time job, if you're working from home, right? Most of the time people understand that you are at work. So this time they do not need to distract you, right? They do not need to disturb you during that time. So you equally have to set boundaries for the time that you have blocked for deep work. So people around you need to understand that during this deep work time, this is an important time. This is a time where you need to concentrate. So as much as possible, they should avoid any kinds of distractions. Equally want to set boundaries with yourself, right? You want to mute notifications. You want to maybe get out of the house to avoid distractions, right? So you can really concentrate on your side hustle, because this again is the time meant for concentrated work. So you can get the maximum results out of this time. So we all know the places and areas in our lives where we need to set boundaries, or where we want to set boundaries, right? But if you want to get things done and maintain a certain level of peace and rest and improved productivity and time management, you 100% need to be able to set boundaries where and when necessary. So here are 3 actionable steps you can do in order to improve your time management. So number 1 is you want to plan out your days. Start with your plan for the week, and then you want to plan day to day, and you want to make sure that you are doing this plan or writing out your tasks a day before. It doesn't matter what tool you use, whether it's a planner, it's a notepad on your phone, or it's your calendar. Just figure out whatever tool works for you and make sure that you're planning your days, again, a day before. So remember to make a plan based on your activities, right? You do understand that you have a full-time job, so within or during the periods where you are working, you definitely do not want to have anything scheduled for that time apart from your full-time job. So understand the availability that you have and plan accordingly. Block out specific time slots on your calendar for specific activities. This helps you understand what and where you're spending your time and helps you build a routine around your activities and around your daily life. Once you start practicing time blocking and actually do the things that you schedule to do at the time that you said you're going to do it, it then becomes a habit, right? You no longer procrastinate, but this becomes a habit where it becomes automatic and you do not think before you do certain tasks, which eventually builds and strengthens your productivity system, which helps you easily achieve your goals. And the last tip here is you want to reflect and retrospect on how you spent your time. So adjust your time if you realize that it's taking you longer or it's taking you a shorter amount of time to perform certain tasks. Remember that your system is subject to change depending on what comes up, right? It is subject to change and be tweaked where and when necessary, depending on your lifestyle. So your productivity system in a nutshell will always be a work in progress, right? Because you are always trying to make it better, where you are doing the most important thing, doing the minimum in order to get the maximum results. So those are the 3 basic principles of time management and 3 actionable tips that you can start this week. Now, before you leave, make sure you add a comment on what tip you're going to implement first. I would love to know and see how it works for you. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.